morning, everyone. My name is Baru Lubis. I'm from Group 1. Today, we want to present our assessment about listening strategies for TOEFL based on Longman books. First is introduction. What is TOEFL? TOEFL, or Test of English as a Foreign Language, is a test that measures English proficiency for non-native speakers. It consists of 4 sessions, one of which is listening, which assesses your ability to understand conversation and phrase in English. This time, we will discuss activity strategies to improve your listening skills in TOEFL. There is 3 essential skills for TOEFL listening success. One is focus on the last line, and the second, choose answer with synonyms, and the third, avoid similar sounds.
I want to explain listening on the paper TOEFL test. First, be familiar with the directions. Make sure you understand what the exam or test is asking you to do and understand the directions and rules to avoid mistakes. Second, listen carefully to the passage. Make sure you listen carefully to each part of the exam or test and don't miss important information that could help you answer the questions. Third, know where the easier and the more difficult questions are generally found. Understand the structure of the exam or test to know where the easier and harder questions are generally found and organize your strategy to answer those questions. Fourth, be familiar with the pacing of the test. Make sure you understand the pace of the exam or test and time yourself to answer the questions effectively. Fifth, never leave any answers blank on your answer sheet. Make sure you answer every single question and don't leave blank answers on the answer sheet. 6. Use any remaining time to look ahead at the answer to the question that follow. Use the remaining time to look ahead to the next question and make sure you are ready to answer the upcoming question. By paying attention to these 6 points, you can improve your test taking skills and achieve better results.
Listening is tested in the first section on both the paper TOEFL test and the computer TOEFL test. In the listening on the paper TOEFL test, the first section is called listening comprehension. This section consists of 50 questions, although some tests may be longer. You will listen to record material and respond to multiple choice questions about the material. This means that the difficulty of the question that you see is determined by how well you answer the question. This section begins with a medium level question, and the question that follow will get easier or harder depending on whether or not you answer the question correctly. And in the short dialogues or paper TOEFL test and computer TOEFL test, short dialogues appear on both the paper TOEFL test and the computer TOEFL test. Those short dialogues are slightly different in format on the two tests. They both test the same language skills, the paper and the computer's short link dialogues. And in the short dialogues on the paper TOEFL test are found in part A and in the listening comprehension section of the paper TOEFL test. For each of the 30 short dialogues in this part of the best, you will hear a two-line dialogues between two speakers followed by a multiple choice question. After you listen to the dialogue and the question, you must choose the best answer to the question from your textbook.
Okay, I will continue to explain how to take the listening on the computer TOEFL test. First, you should click on an answer on the computer screen when you have selected answer. Then, click on next and then click on confirm answer to record your answer. Do not spend too much time on a question you are unsure of. Be very careful not to make careless mistakes. Monitor the time carefully on the title bar on the computer screen. Then it randomly guesses at the end of the session to complete all the questions in the session before time is up. Okay, that's all my explanation about how to take the listening on the computer TOEFL test.
I'm Regita Chandimanik. I will to explain about the strategy short dialogue paper. The first, focus on the second line, pay close attention to the second line of the dialogue, as the key answer is usually found there. The second, look for the restatement. The correct answer often involves reciting the same meaning with the different word. And the third, watch for special structures. Be aware of sentences with structures like passive voice, for example, the letter was sent, and negative, for example, I don't agree, wishes, example, I wish I could help, and then idioms, example, break a leg, and four, question order. Now, question order start easy and gradually get harder, or question 1 until 30, and then 5 if answer. Look for keywords in the dialogue that can get you, and choose the answer that is most different if the choice seems similar. Don't pick an answer just because it sounds familiar. Make sure it fits the context. Following this step will help you choose the correct answer more.
Short dialogues on the computer TOEFL test. 1. Focus on the last line of the dialogue. The last line of the dialogue often contains the answer or conclusion. Focus on the last line to understand the right answer. 2. Use visual clues. Pay attention to picture, diagram, or tables related to the dialogues. Visual clues can help understand the context before the dialogue begins. 3. Look for last line rearrangement in the answer choice. See if any of the answer choice are rearrangement of the last line of the dialogue. If there is, then it is most likely the right answer. 4. Look for grammar patterns, idioms, and functional expression. Pay attention to grammatical patterns, idioms, and functional expression used in the dialogue. These patterns can help you understand the right answer. 5. If confused, choose an answer that changes the speech you understand. If you are confused, choose an answer that replaces what you understand instead of what sounds the same. Replacing answer can help you understand the right answer.
So that was our presentation on listening for TOEFL on Longman books. Thank you for watching and your attention, guys. See you next time.